Hello, it's Bob Pandolfo. It's Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. Welcome to Power Face with Pandy. Going to look over some results at Aqueduct. Well, this was actually Belmont at the Big A on October 31st, which was just 12 days ago. And I'm going to show you how, some of the ways to use these two systems, Formula Pro and Power Pace that I have. Now, the things that I'm going to show you here too, I tell you also in the documentation that comes with these programs, to look for these, angles and how to use them. But it's good to put it on video. A lot of people like to see, exactly how it works. So the first race was a 6 furlong race, won by 7, Royal King. So on Formula Pro, I always say, tell people sort on sprint first. That's the main. You want to sort sort on pace first for sprints. So here, you open it up, you click on rankings. So if you don't click on rankings, you get the ratings, which is fine. You can use that too, but I like the rankings. So you sort on pace, and you could see that Royal King is first on pace, and he won and paid $11. So then we're going to go to the second race, and in the second race, it's a 1 mile race, so we're going to sort on stamina, which is exactly what I tell you to do in instructions. So now in this race, Jansen was a solid favorite, but as you can see, Burning Beauty is ranked second in ability, second in stamina, and second in average speed. So ability is also a rating that is best used in races over 6 furlongs. But Sengal was ranked third, and it came out 4-2. So basically Jansen tired, and the next two kind of obvious horses on the system came in first and second, 1940, and Sengal went off with good odds, and the exacta paid for $2, paid $100. As you can see here, it's a $50 exacta for $1. So that was, a very good payoff. I mean, in a situation like that, I mean, anybody who boxed the top 3 horses got a $100 exacta for $6, for a $6 bet. I mean, for $12. If you box the 3 horses at $2 exactas, $12 bet, you get back 100. Then you go to the third race. Now, this is an interesting race. I'm gonna bring up Power Pace. This is one of my other systems. Now, again, and those of you who read my documentation or any articles I wrote about this, know that the ESR is a rating I developed to spot horses that have that really good early speed. And you would use it mainly in sprints, but it will pop some long shots in route races, especially in a 1 mile race. This is a 7 furlong sprint. Some of you may remember the Kieran speed points. This Q here is the Kieran speed points. So according to the Kieran speed points, the 2 fastest horses would be the 1, Boss Tweed, and the 4, Sandy Sweet Tooth. But what I did is I created my own early speed number, and I incorporated the Kieran speed points into it. But I also used the first quarter and the second call. In other words, the first call and the second call, the 2 pace calls. I used both of them. I created, a table, a speed table, and I adjusted it for the track variant. And I created my own number. I did this years ago, the early speed number. I think it's the best early speed number, I've seen. And the Kieran speed points are pretty good, but this is better because that's based only on position, whereas here I use position and I use time. But anyway, 24 is a good early speed number for like an average kind of, like a 50 claimer, a non-winner's a 1 horse. Pretty good horses will have like a 24 or 23. This horse, Ridgewood Runner, had a 29. 29 is very high. You don't see too many 29s. Sometimes you'll see him in 5 furlong turf races, but Ridgewood Runner had a 29. His speed figure was competitive. The top speed figure was 86. He had an 83. This is like a speed figure that's based on 2 performances. All these ratings are based on 2 performances. And Ridgewood Runner paid $36, as you can see here. And if you look on Formula Pro in this race, in the third race, and I'm going to sort on pace. So you look down at Ridgewood Runner here. He was ranked first on class. Now this is something to show you too. You can see that here in this program he wasn't ranked first on pace in Formula Pro. And this is the reason why I make them, each program a little bit different. Formula Pro uses 3 ratings to rate a horse. Power Pace uses 2 ratings to rate a horse. In other words, 2 races. I average 2 races with Power Pace. I average 3 races with Formula Pro. This way it gives me a little bit different look. Again, if you're playing doubles, pick 3s, pick 4s, exactas, whatever you're playing, you can use different horses, which is what you want to do if you want to try to hit good prices. But if you were using both the systems, you know that he's got this big ESR in a sprint. And then you come over here and you say, well, he's ranked first on class. So you would think that a horse like that may not be, maybe lower odds, but it turned out he won and paid $36. So, these are long shot indicators. ESR is a long shot indicator, and the fact that he had class made him a better bet. So now we're going to go to race 4, and that was a first time starter. This was a maiden race, so that was a first time starter. In race 5, Nilla's Rose just looked really good on both. I'll show you something about this too. Nilla's Rose, as you can see, paid $3.10. If you're using Power Pace and you just look at the ratings here, it's very good at showing you horses like this that are not horses you want to bet against. Look at the ratings here. This horse has an 84 average speed figure. As you can see, it's 18 points higher than the next horse. Look at the late pace figure, 130. Look at the other ones. I mean, it's and then the adjusted second call is 98. Again, you have to go to the next highest is 85. So you can see that it looks like a layover, and if you look at it on Formula Pro, you'll see there's a lot of ones. 1 1 1 1 1 1. So to me though, the Power Pace is better even than the Formula Pro when it comes to identifying these very, very strong favorites. Although let's look at the ratings just for a second here. Instead of look at rankings, let's look at the actual ratings. Yeah, so you use the ratings, you can see his pace figure is 176. Again, yeah, the average speed is 80. Yeah, you can see the same thing really. Let's see what his ability was. His ability, this has ability. The other program doesn't. You can see his ability is very, very high. So both programs actually did make this horse look like a lock. And I wouldn't bet the horse at $3.10, but you could use him as a single in your pick 3s or whatever you're playing. And if you're just playing exactas, so you just pass the race. So then we'll go to the 7th race. And in the 7th race, which was a long turf race, you rank on stamina. And Be Like Clint was ranked 2nd in ability, 3rd in stamina. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. The 11 horse was scratched. So let me just do this again. Let's take out the 11, and we'll take out the 12. That was scratched also. We'll take out the 13. So now we're going to sort on stamina, and you can see that Be Like Clint was ranked 1st in ability, 2nd in stamina, 1st in race distance. Remember I showed you in the last video about how these race distances have been doing good prices, and you can see that Be Like Clint won and paid $11.40. Let's see how he looked on this program. Yes, the 11 was scratched, so he was 2nd ranked on this program too on Power Pace. So that was another good price, $11.40. And then you go to the last race, and this is another ESR. It's a 6 furlong race on turf. And this horse, Friend of the Devil, was making his first start on turf. But look at the ESRs. Again, there isn't that much speed in this race. Swift Magic's the only horse that's showing any speed. This horse is 15 to 1 on the morning line. He has an ESR 23, where the other horses, are lower. His adjusted pace call is also number 1 at 98. So, he was a horse. He was a lightly raced horse. Yeah, see, he'd only raced twice. And he's making his turf debut, and he has that sharp early speed. And again, the ESR, a good long shot number in sprints. And let's see how he looked here. Yeah, let's see, Friend of the Devil. Yeah, here he was first in class, but there were a lot of them that were ranked first on class. So here's another ESR long shot, $20.60. So you can see how you can use both of these programs, combine them together to try to come up with these long shots that you can use, in your exotics, or whether you're playing exacta, you're playing doubles, pick threes. If you're playing things like pick fours, it's really important, because if you're just playing the obvious horses, playing a pick four, you're going to get killed, because there's always going to be some long shot that's come in, and sometimes there'll be 2 races with long shots in sequence. And the people that just play the obvious horses and try to hit these, $100 pick fours or something, it's going to be very difficult to win like that. I mean, you'd have to hedge your bets maybe, and play like $20 pick fours on some numbers and $10 pick fours, you know what I mean? But if you're just playing like, $1, $2 pick fours, you want to, use maybe 3 horses in another race, 3 horses in another race, 2 horses in this race, and 5 horses in this race. Throw some long shots in and hope to get, a big payoff. That's the way. That's why you would play a pick four. You want to get the bigger payoffs. But anyway, I just wanted to show you these, these long shot indicators in these systems and how to use them. And in this particular video, I'm showing how to combine these 2 programs, PowerPace and Formula Pro. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. It's free. And enjoy the races.